prep list and produce prep together. So that's the recommendation. This version that needs to be isolated from everything else.
Hey guys, what's the Knife Fanatic here? Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a sharpening stone review. We have 3 sharpening stones to take care of today. One we've already seen a review on, it's the Latte 400 grit. You can check out my other videos to see a little bit more on that one, although we are going to be using it today also. With the Naniwa green brick, which is officially the green brick of joy we call it. It's a 2000 grit stone, and as you can see it is a very big stone, huge, big brick sized 2000 grit stone. It's great. And we have the Naniwa Snow White 8000 grit magnesia bonded stone here. This one here is an excellent cutter, slow clogging, great polisher. We're gonna see a little bit about it. I got to test this out a little bit this week. I've already owned the green brick and the 400 for a little while. So some quick notes: the Latte, this 400 grit Latte, cuts about as fast as a Sharpening 320 grit and leaves a solid 400 grit finish. Very good for even repair work. It cuts extremely fast. I really love this stone. I'm very glad I got to try it. The green brick of joy, it can go all the way. This stone has a very good range on it. We're talking 500 grit all the way up to 3000, almost 4000 grit in polish. It's actually funny the amount of polish you can get out of this thing. And this is also great for things such as Dexter Russell and Victorinox. This is what we call the magic bullet on a lot of softer stainless steels. You'll love it for those knives. And the Snow White 8K will take a knife all the way from 4000 grit to 8000 plus. That's been my experience thus far. We'll see how it works today. And today we will be sharpening a Richmond Addict. This is CPM 154. Literally some of the hardest stuff to sharpen you can buy on the site. Very wear resistant. If you can sharpen this steel, you can sharpen anything with these stones, trust me. There's literally, I really don't think there's many steels that are more wear resistant than this. It really is a pain in the butt, but it takes a great edge. So knife is already kind of sharp right now, but we're gonna go through all the stones so you can rest assured the edge we get off of these is the real edge. This stone requires a little bit of a soak. Just a little bit about these quick. The 400 grit will require a good 1 to 2 minute soak under a running faucet, or 5 minutes in a bucket. The green brick, we give it about 60 seconds worth of a soak underwater. The Snow White is pretty much a splash and go, no soak required. And they've all been lapped already, they're all flat, ready to go. And to test the edge, just to make sure we've reached the edge and so you can listen to hot cuts, we'll use a paper towel. You can see it's kind of tearing it right now. It has an edge on it, but we're gonna knock that down. So okay, edge is, well, pretty much gone from that. So here we go. You can see we already got good metal removal here. No clogging, as you can see, I haven't clogged yet. I'm pushing pretty hard too, so this is very wear resistant stuff. We're not going to spend terribly long on this stone since I have the bevel already set on it. So we're just going to kind of couple passes on each side to renew the edge, renew the bevel with new scratches. And when you're sharpening, you really want to be cautious of wobbling the knife. You want to, both hands need to be moving at the same rate, you know. So kind of put them together and I will do some more sharpening videos on sharpening technique and whatnot, just to kind of pinpoint a lot of trouble areas for you guys. There's a lot of sharpening videos on YouTube already, but I would like to do my own also, since enough of you have requested it. Alright, I believe... Yeah, I've actually knocked the burr off also. There's really not any burr left on here. Make sure you get the previous grit off of your knife. You don't want any of that loose particle ending up on the next stone you go to, because then you're kind of defeating yourself on the refinement for the next stone. So there we go. As I said, this cuts about as fast as a Sharpen 320. I love this stone. The only thing about it, it dishes faster than a Sharpen 320. Sharpen 320 does not dish as fast as this does, but this is a thicker stone than the 320 glass. I haven't tried the 320 Pro yet. I've heard excellent things about it though. There we go, put this out the way there. And just to show you where the edge is at, as you can see, there's no burr. It's not tearing the paper. So it's a nice clean edge. We're ready to move on to 2000 grit. And I'll just show you how fast this works up slurry. And this stone does not need a whole lot of water. The finer grit, generally, the finer grit you go, the less water it's going to absorb. Just because everything's, you know, closer together, it's denser, less porous for water to get to. So, a few sprays, and we'll show you how quick it releases abrasive. Now look at that. No denying, right? Very muddy, muddy synthetic stone. But make sure I don't get my 8K all messed up. But, this will fit in the Sharpen stone base. A little bit bulky in there. It may not fit perfect. Let's see. Some days it doesn't want to cooperate, so I'll just stick it on top of the stone base. Let's make sure we're not off the camera here, are we? Oh, we're still on camera. A little bit high up there. Let's tell you what. A little closer. I think you'll be able to see that just a touch better. You can see I have a few scratches in the stone. The stone is a softer type stone. That's why it works really good on soft steels, but it will abrade other stainlesses as well, and as well as any carbon steel. It works good on just about everything. There we go. So you can see we got those scratches out. You can gouge this stone with the tip of your knife if you're not careful by digging in when you're working the tip. It will leave little scratches, but they're easy to take out, as you can see. So here we go. So you can see one pass, we have a little bit of slurry worked up. The stone is clogging just a little bit. It is a $50 stone, so this is the only real con to the stone, is it does clog a little fast, but that's easy to remedy with just a little more water and a little lapping. So yeah, maybe a little bit more maintenance while you're using the stone itself, but it cuts great, it polishes great. And for some reason, it just really works well on those pain in the butt cheap stainlesses. And like I said, the Victorinox and whatnot. And Wüsthof and Henkel's are great on these. And you see we have a good bit of metal has been removed already. As you can see when I spray, not a lot of that's going away. That's because the stone starts to clog just a touch. Not very bad though. If you let the stone do that and you keep sharpening over it, it is going to give you a much shinier finish, and that's why you're able to get that near 4K refinement off of a 2K stone. Even though it clogs, it still cuts though. Don't give up on it so early. Keep going. Oh yeah, we're starting to get some shine on the edge. It actually, let's see if the camera will pick this up, because it's actually not a bad bit of shine. And keep in mind, CPM 154 is very hard to sharpen, so let's have a peek. There we go. A little bit of a little wave here in the edge, but that's kind of on the grind. It's kind of a cosmetic issue there. The edge itself is dead straight, but as you can see, we're starting to get that shine along the edge already. I mean, we haven't been sharpening terribly long. There we go. Just for purposes of the sharpening video, I'm not going to lap this in between. We're going to just keep going with it as is. So I imagine that's how a lot of you will be doing it at home. I always I prefer to finish on a clean stone, as in after I've sharpened for a little while, I'll go back and re-lap the stone and put water on it and freshen it up. And then finish with a few just edge leading strokes. That helps eliminate any burr you may get on the edge. And we have a solid 2K refinement at the edge right now already. I can pretty much stop on this stone. I'll just give it a couple zoop zoops. I don't believe there's any burr on it at all. For some reason, we've been lucky today. Yep, we are there. Okay. I'll move this guy out the way and show you a little bit of refinement on the edge one more time. I'll try to make this quick. As you can see, that's a very nice shine back, and we've only had 2 stones and not a whole lot of time. And lastly, we will get to our favorite 8K, the Snow White. Get all this 2000 over here. Let me go ahead and rinse this off. Like we said, this is pretty much a splash and go stone. Oh, got a little bit more on there. No soaking required. I haven't soaked this one before the video. Just to show you how we're cutting paper towel at 2K before we start. You can see it slices that open real easy. Like nothing. Alright, no burr on there really, so we're ready to go. You generally would like to get all the burr off your edge before you move on to the next stone. Now watch how fast this thing cuts for an 8K. A few passes and look at the steel already, huh? That's amazing to me, anyway. But you see all that steel removed. I see I dug the tip a little bit there, but it does not gouge. It's a very hard stone, unlike the green brick. And you can see when I spread that away, no clogging. All that steel removal with no clogging at all. That is exceptional, I will say. This is fast becoming my favorite 8,000 grit stone. I mean, look at the amount of metal we're dealing with already. As you can see, I like to do combinations of section sharpening and then sweeps to blend it all together. I'll get into more of that when I do a proper sharpening technique video. Everybody's a little different, you know, kind of do what works for you. As long as you can get the knife sharp, get the job done, I believe that's what counts more than anything. So, you know, take what you can from my videos and build on your own techniques. Well, look at all that swarf building up on the end of the stone already. That it is just a beautiful sight. Let's see. Hey, look, no clogging. Still no clogging on the stone. That is just magnificent. Really. I don't know if that's quite the right word to use. Magnificent. It's awesome. Very good. Very silky feel stone. Silky feeling stone. I was going to say the 2K is also very silky feeling, but also very soft. This is silky but slightly hard feeling. Very characteristic of most polishing stones. Let's see where we're at on the edge as far as polishing. I'm going to try to wrap this video up. We're getting towards the end. Let's have a peek. You can see we're starting to get that mirror refinement a little bit. The edge is shining back. Got a little bit more work to do on it. The edge of the edge now feels right about at that 8K level. I'll show you how much easier it slices already. I mean, that is just something, huh? Cuts clean, clean, clean. I'll go a little bit more on it, and I think we'll call it a wrap. But as you can see, I have not lapped this stone. It's not clogging. It's still removing plenty of steel. It's low dishing. I mean, honestly, I don't know what else I can say positive about this stone. I don't know if there's any negatives on this stone, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's nothing I can say bad about this stone. It does not clog, it cuts fast, it polishes exceptionally well, it has a good range to it, it doesn't need to be soaked. The Snow White 8K. Look how much steel we're still removing. And still no clogging. So I think we're going to wrap this video up. I'll get a little flashlight to shine at the edge, just so we can kind of get an idea of how much polish we're dealing with. I have my my little loop here to look at the edge, but it has a light on it. And look at that beautiful polish. And that was only 3 stones. Mostly talking, not a whole lot of sharpening, right? Yeah, my videos get a little long-winded sometimes, I apologize, but there you go, guys. That is one heck of a 3-stone combo. This is some of the hardest to sharpen steel on the market, so keep that in mind, guys. If you have carbon steel, there will be butter against these stones. I hope Mark makes these 3 stones into a combo kit. I'm actually asking him to do that because it is my favorite 3-stone combo right now. But definitely check out the Snow White 8K, guys. It is one heck of a good 8K stone. I am blown away by this stone. So, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned and stay sharp.